So we have new details on how Disney intend on immersing you into the new Star Wars hotel that's coming to Walt Disney World, but we'll dive into all of that up next. Hi there Waltoneers, I'm Jack. This is DSNY Newscast. Go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel. Hit that notification icon so therefore that way you always receive an update. And with all that being said, let's get straight into it. As we are still some years away from actually being able to step aboard the incredibly detailed and uniquely immersive Star Wars hotel experience that Disney has planned for Walt Disney World. However, there are still so many questions that need to be answered about how Disney plan on creating this next generation of themed entertainment experiences within their resorts. And well, we're going to be learning and discovering a lot of new details about this over the next year or so. But for today, we've learned some new details about just how the interactive storytelling and the gameplay might work. As Disney have been testing gameplay scenarios and researching how they could develop this continuous flow storytelling for quite a while now, with a large-scale test that took place way back in 2015, which was pirate themed that involved selective families and around 50 cast members to make the gameplay test work. But unbeknownst to all of us at the time, this was all research for the upcoming Star Wars hotel. But the main difference here is that Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is going to play a major role in the Star Wars hotel experience, as apparently Disney are building in special elements and components within the new land that will only be accessible to those who are on a mission as a Star Wars hotel guest. But don't worry, none of these hidden elements will detract from the average guest experience within Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, as these new elements are said to be very well hidden from plain sight. But this is where the story thickens, as Len Tester of touringplans.com and the Disney Dish podcast has recently discovered some Disney research documents that explain how Disney are planning on keeping guests fully immersed throughout their stay. As because of the way that the gameplay will work, each family or group will have main stories and adventure that they will need to achieve and complete as part of their Star Wars hotel experience. But Disney don't want the guests to be waiting around for the next interaction to begin, like waiting in line for a meet and greet or a ride within a Disney park. But instead, Disney are working on a complex system that will provide side missions to pass the time whilst you await your turn to complete the main mission objective. And the way that Disney are going to achieve this is by assigning you a kind of guide that will keep your story on track and will be able to send you away to side missions until the main mission objective is ready for you to take on. But in addition to all of this, the Disney research papers also showed us that Disney are working on new ways for AI algorithms to mimic the speech behaviour and patterns and language of the main Star Wars characters for some sort of future storytelling and interactivity experiences. But we are still yet to know how Disney plan on using this new type of technology within the parks or the resort. However, since it's been a while, now let's just check in very quickly on the Galaxy's Edge progress in Walt Disney World. As BioReconstruct posted this image around a week ago, that shows us the ground level rockwork theming is beginning around the entrance from Grand Avenue into the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Oh, and very quickly, in other Star Wars related news, it's now been revealed that the Star Wars TV series that the director Jon Favreau is working on developing for the upcoming Disney streaming service that's set to debut sometime in 2019 will take place after the events of Return of the Jedi, but before the events of The Force Awakens. But now let's move on to a pretty big story coming out from the Magic Kingdom. And no, I'm not talking about the parade malfunction this past week with the fire-breathing Maleficent Float, but if you'd like to see what happened, I'll leave a link to Disney Dan's video where he explains what went on. But the big news is about the Talking Mickey meet and greet, as this past weekend Mickey Mouse has permanently lost his voice within the unique and magical meet and greet experience at Town Square, where the meet and greet will now be a standard meet and greet instead of a talking Mickey. Now, whilst there's no official reason for why this change has happened, it may be because Disney would like a consistent Mickey Mouse meet and greet experience across the entire resort. But personally, I feel that Disney should move in the opposite direction altogether and begin investing serious efforts into evolving the traditional meet and greet within the Disney parks, interjected with new AI technological breakthroughs, like we saw recently when Google debuted the eerily realistic duplex feature for their Google Assistant.
how can I help you?
Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking?
Which can artificially replicate the nuances of a real person talking to an actual real person. And so in my opinion, if Disney used this type of technology's principles with the character voices, then it would be a breakthrough magical experience for guests of all ages throughout every single Disney park. And lastly for today, the construction on the new Guardians of the Galaxy roller coaster, following the massive concrete foundation pour the other day for the new show building, has now gone vertical. As we can see in these images from Blog Mickey, that the first of the exterior steel frames has been erected, which is sure to be an exterior wall on the edge of the new show building in this location around here. But now it's over to you, Walton, as I would like to know which other Disney movies or attractions would you like to see Disney create this kind of immersive interactive storytelling experiences around the different Disney parks, and how would you include this around the parks without interfering with the average guest experience? And of course, don't forget to put the timestamp for where the hidden Mickey appeared somewhere within this video, along with your suggestion or your comment, to be in with a chance to win a DSNY Newscast pin. And congratulations to Jen for winning with this suggestion from the previous video, where we were talking all about the transportation revolution that's coming to Walt Disney World. But that's all for today, so go ahead and subscribe down below if you're new to this channel, hit that notification icon so that you always receive an update, and if you've enjoyed today's video, give this video a massive thumbs up, as it really does help DSNY Newscast out. And I've been Jack, you've been you, and I'll see you real soon.